So we're going to continue to work on volleying today. And one of the ways that you can volley a ball in the air is by using something called a bump. It's something that they normally use in volleyball, but the idea is that you actually hit the ball with your forearm to move it upwards. So I know that initially when we first start out with volleying, we probably just use our hands, but a better skill is to be able to use both arms together. And so there's a certain way to hold your hands, which I'm going to show you next. So practice this together with me. Fingers cross each other, thumbs together, straighten your elbows. Do it again with me. Fingers out, cross them, thumbs together, straighten your arms, straighten your elbows. So after you have your hands in the right spot, the thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to be able to shrug your shoulders up. So I hold my arms in the angle that I want to hit the ball. So this would be going this direction, as if I were going to hit it away from me and like over a net. If I want to hit it straight up, I hold my arms a little bit straighter in the air. But when I go to hit the ball, I shrug my shoulders up in the direction. The other thing that I can do is also make sure that I kind of have my knees bent, and as I shrug my shoulders up, I'm also standing up. So adding it together gives a lot of force behind it. So you got to use a force though that is the appropriate amount for the space you're in. So after I have my hands in the right position, I've got my elbows straight, so I'm really hitting on kind of the insides of my wrist just a little bit. I'm going to shrug my shoulders towards my object that I'm trying to hit it over or towards. For me, since I'm inside, I'm actually going to use a blank wall that has nothing on it, and I'm going to try to bump it and hit the wall and have it come back to me. I'm trying to find the right amount of force so that I hit it the wall hard enough so I can hit it back again. So I'll give it a try. So inside it is kind of tricky. So if you have a room that's a little bit bigger, it works better. Also, if you can go outside and do this against the wall, it works really, really well. So before I start, I'm thinking shoulders, knees, making sure they're bent. And I also want to make sure that I'm hitting it high enough on the wall and hard enough on the wall. So bend your knees, shrug your shoulders, and keep it going. All right, so the activity that you're going to do, you're probably going to want to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun by adding or making a game out of it. So what I would do is probably use a sheet of paper and tape it to the wall. And every time I hit that sheet of paper, I get a point. And if I miss, I don't get a point. Or if you really want to challenge yourself, you could lose a point. If it becomes too easy, maybe switch to a smaller sheet of paper like this one. I drew a little smiley face on it and try to hit that face every single time that you bump the ball against the wall. Another way that I would do it as a kid is probably just keep track of the number of times that I hit it in a row without the ball hitting the ground. So hit it, bounce it against the wall, and then try to return it. So every time that you hit it, you get a point. If you have a way that works even better or a lot more fun or a different idea, absolutely share. I mean, always, if you have a person at home and you have a space you can do it in where you're bumping the ball back and forth kind of up over higher than people's heads, it might be a fun thing to do with you or a sibling or a family member at your house. So if you have a awesome idea and you'd love to share it, please email it to me, and maybe we can add it into our next activity for our next PE class. All right, good luck.